Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Halle Bailey and DDG, because today, allegedly, what was supposed to be the court date today is October 15th. It is the extension deadline for those of y'all that still need to do y'all taxes and everything else, although I know some of the DDG fans are children, so maybe it doesn't apply, but nonetheless, we have an update. We have an update, and this is courtesy of Cousin Tino, who has been to several of the court dates as it pertains to the DDG and Halle Bailey custody battle. So it said the following, you guys. It says, update on the DDG versus Halle Bailey case, right? With like the bombs, with like the bombs and everything else. And then it said, listen, look at here. Oh, let me give you this disclaimer, you guys. Halle Bailey's not with Rock Nation. Halle Bailey's not with Rock Nation. Rock Nation has nothing to do with DDG not being able to have unscheduled visits with his child, right? Without the presence of someone else there. The Rock Nation is not involved, Joe. Nonetheless, Cousin Tino says, unfortunately, if you were waiting to hear new details regarding the case, Joel, the case has been continued. What? What the Wally answer? What? No new court date has been announced yet. Then it says the following. And they don't know who requested the continuance, right? So basically the continuance means that the court date that was originally scheduled for today has been postponed. So it says neither DDG or Halle Bailey were present in court. When I arrived around 8:15 a.m., the bailiff asked me what case I was here for, and I told him I was here for DDG and Halle Bailey because I needed to see how this all played out, right? And so then he said that the hearing was 5th on the list. And then, about 15 minutes ago, at the time of, him posting this, another member of the press who got in there around 9 a.m. asked the court assistant about the Daryl Granberry versus Halle Bailey case. The judge's assistant came over a few minutes later and said the case was continued for no reason, and there was not a reason or rationale for what the delay was. I'm not sure which side requested a reschedule. And so then people, these DDG fans, they are so anxious. They're like, oh my gosh, does he still have monitored visitation? And so Cousin Tino was like, I can't speak on this definitively, but during the last hearing, the judge stated that DDG would need to have monitored visitations until things stabilize and become smoother between both parties. And so, none of the less, also, we do have, what the continuance date is going to be for the next hearing, because since neither party was there. So, they contacted the court, and the court told them that the next hearing is on November 5th. The next hearing is on November 5th. Now, I don't know who requested the continuance, and I'm curious to your guys' thoughts on who y'all thought requested the continuance. Because on one end, you've got DDG who just released an album in which one of the songs he's begging Halle Bailey to drop the case. Now, strategically, A continuance on Halle's team could be beneficial because they can request a continuance and say, hey, we need to dissect this album. And we need to dissect why he's talking about the court case in the song 17 More Years and any other references on this album to this court case. Make it make sense. And using audio of the baby when there's supposed to be nothing, zilch, nada, zip, zero regarding anything pertaining to the child on social media or being distributed on social media. So I can see it from Halle's perspective, Halle's team perspective, if they were the ones that requested the continuance. Like, listen, look at here. You try to put out an album and try to manipulate the situation and try to do us what you want us to do. And we need time to prepare. We need time to prepare, plus the additional smear campaign that has now happened once again due to the release of this album. Now, from DDG's side, perhaps the continuance is maybe he has not had that many scheduled visits with the child. So maybe he's hoping that he can squeeze in a few more visits with the child for the next court date to try to make it look good to the court that, hey, I'm trying to see my son now, although I really wasn't checking for him since all this has gone down, since Halle has had sole physical and legal custody since May. I really haven't been checking on him like that, even though I knew it was an opportunity to do so in July and a recent time as well. However, I got the Capaholics house. I got this multi-streaming thing I'm doing right now. I'm too busy right now to see the kid. So he's better off with his mom anyway. He's better off with his mother anyways, you guys. But none of the less, what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about this? And it's just like, it always feels like with family court that these things always drag out, right? And there's always these continuances, but in this instance, we don't know who requested it. But of course, the DDG fans are going to suspect Halle Bailey. That her team did it because they just don't want DDG to have any rights to his son. No. And here's the thing too, even if she did, you don't know the reason why. I just laid out a perfect example as to why it would be beneficial for Halle's team to have a continuance, which is DDG just released this album and all of the headlines are demanding Halle to drop the case. Now, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Cousin Tino's trying to speculate that perhaps they might be trying to work something out privately, but I don't know how that could be possible if he's up here, putting all this on blast in his music and doing all this foolishness on stream, making all this references. Oh, I can't talk about that. Y'all know my situation. Y'all know I got an important court date coming up. Like it's all a scheme. It is all a scheme. And now when the bright lights come on, like what are we doing? So nonetheless, we will keep an eye out as far as what is going to be the next steps. If this November 5th court hearing is going to happen, we will keep you posted. If it gets postponed again, if it gets canceled, we will let you know, right? Because, I don't know. I don't know how it benefits DDG other than if he was trying to schedule more visits, or if it could be an issue again with the attorneys. Maybe one of them has a conflict. Maybe there's another issue, or perhaps maybe there's new evidence of something. I don't know. But nonetheless, I'm sure we will find out soon once officially, we get that information, y'all. But nonetheless, that's it. That's all. Es todos, es final, es finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post a content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.